YouTube family, how's everyone doing? The original Grown B, bringing y'all one of my best gameplays probably since Modern Warfare 2. I haven't had a 70 plus since MW2, which arguably for me is probably still um, the best I ever was at a Call of Duty. I don't have a whole lot to say in regards to this particular gameplay. It was captured with in-game audio, so it was more kind of a live type of deal. But there is an instance, well, there are a few instances that I kind of wanted to point out that kind of incited this gameplay, as well as an event later on in the gameplay, like right towards the end, that I kind of wanted to discuss a little bit because I think it can limit some completely unnecessary confusion when it comes to unnecessary confusion, as I was overpowered by my own voice in Call of Duty. So I'll point that out when it comes. But once I started seeing a bunch of these Sixth Sense guys rolling, I kind of got irritated. Um, I stopped paying attention to the score and was just started to go for my streaks. I didn't even realize that my team was pretty much losing this entire game until I get those streaks going. But yeah, that's that. So I'll just be pointing out things here and there, but for the most part, this is well, that bothered me. I hate it when people just kind of camp with the Gorgon all off in my kind of spawn area, but if they're persistent in camping, then I'm persistent in getting them out. So I wanted the kill, but I was a little happy that that guy got to get it with a baseball bat because I know how annoying it is getting killed by the melee weapons. But sure enough, this guy who's been sitting here all game, pretty much, he had tracker and Sixth Sense on. That bothered me a lot.
Enemy down.
Hostile UAV spotted. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Be advised, hostile care package overhead. Hostile UAV above.
This came off the back end of a 47 and 11 gameplay that I had, so I had a pretty decent, little rhythm, but it was just kind of dealing with a bunch of stuff, dealing with a bunch of Sixth Sense. Honestly, it is the best way to either get me off the game or get me, irritated enough to have a streak. Like that would have infuriated me. A hailstorm just got called in, and I was so sure that it was just gonna put me down that I didn't even try to run towards the door or anything. But luckily, whoever had that just put it in a weird spot. So this is when the streaks start popping. I honestly probably could have got. Honestly, as soon as I step out, it just so happened to be a weak ass fucking. That was me complaining about, well, one, this is me getting killed in my spawn that I don't like, but two, the Annihilator just so happens to get me as I just kind of step out, and that's always just kind of annoying. I know it didn't have anything to do with the game, but do you ever just feel like you just can't get anything going for you in terms of like probability? Like it seems like you just get outlucked in ridiculous fashion. Like sometimes I'll have a guy on my team who's like 0 and 20 and he'll be right next to me, but I'll be on a streak, and then somebody will kill me like with the Wonder Waffle or kill me with the Annihilator, and I'm like, come on man, you gotta do who's 0 and 20. I'm 50 points off my streak. How is it possible that this guy just so happens to pick me out of the two? But it's just stuff like that. I had some luck here too, though. A little bit of luck was on my side here. I'm not gonna lie. This definitely isn't all skill, so. It did kind of bother me that that dude never really got a hit on me. I mean, 2 through the wall from probably, 10 meters out. and then one around the corner. Like, yeah. But this is where I like to get when I have my hater. Oh, that's what I was gonna say a little bit earlier. Um, this could have easily, I think, could have been like a 90 kill gameplay, except one of my teammates was able to get his like wraith up before me, or his hater or something up before me, and I couldn't get the rest of my streaks in. And the thing about it is, I think I had already had mine, so it wasn't like his helped me get the rest of my stuff. I just had to sit there and wait to call my stuff in. And then there's that Cerberus there, and there's a sentry gun here.
Oh, come on.
And you hear me kind of complain about it. I'm like, how do they have this stuff when I have all these streaks out? So I pull a very interesting maneuver there to pick up the rest of my streaks. I honestly, like, really didn't care about dying. Like, at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get what I can get. Be done.
Smoke check.
So at this point, I'm 55-8 with plenty of time. Stop picking up tags, guys. Like, if these were my guys that I was playing with, I definitely would have hit like 80 or 90. Because you hear there, you know, I tell the team to stop picking up tag. I think for the most part they kind of listen, but not really. So I don't end up getting quite as many, but and that just kind of sucks. That's just kind of one of those unfortunate events type of deals.
Assets down. Grenade, move!
I got like pinned in this corner, and I'm not sure like where my teammates were or anything, but I knew I couldn't move because this is their spawn. But here is where that little thing kind of happens. You'll see a glimpse of it here. I just wanted to point it out. Now that looked just like a teammate, didn't it? And I have instances like this all the time. Turns out it's actually not a teammate. It's an enemy, and he's killing me. And the reason why that bothers me so much is because it happens often. Instances where I think that I have a teammate, or I think that I'll look right at a teammate, and I'll look right at the enemy. Apologies, and then I'll walk off. Turns out it is an enemy, and the thing about it is, and I didn't even really realize this until the moment happened, that you never see the enemy names. Well, I saw the enemy name there, but you never really get to see your enemy names. And one thing that I think is important that they should probably try to implement into the game is if your teammate is a certain distance back, like certain distance away, don't put their name on. Don't put their name on my. Oh, it was another one of those annihilator things. But don't put their name on my screen either. Like, that's what I have the mini map for people who are like really far out, like as far as my teammate was there. Or better yet, if there's a player controlled obstruction, like an actual player or a streak, then don't show my teammate's name, because that just confuses me. But that's all I had to rant about. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll see y'all later.